Hi everyone. Right now it is Thursday night, 2 days before the wedding. By the time you guys actually watch this video, it'll be the night of the wedding. I hope everyone is having an amazing time. Some of you guys are probably drunk already, which is perfect because it makes this just a little bit easier on me. With that being said, let's get started. So, if you guys don't know, my name is Troy. I am a good friend of both the bride and groom, Tiffany and Brandon Tran. I could call myself the third wheel they never asked for, but they're stuck with. I'm sorry, Brandon and Tiffany, but you guys are stuck with me. That being said, I have been given the unique opportunity, or I should say, been forced to say a few words on their behalf. I wanted to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for everyone coming today. I know everyone's crazy busy with their lives, but to be able to kind of stop, to pause, to come together to celebrate this important milestone in Brandon and Tiffany's lives, I know for sure they're grateful. And I'm grateful to be able to be part of that, to share this special moment in their lives. And that being said, I also get the pleasure of telling their story because I saw it from the beginning. The moment that they were strangers to classmates, to friends, to lovers, and to ultimately best friends and partners in life. And kind of being able to tell that story is going to be a wild ride, but I guess let's get started. So I guess it starts off with Tiffany. I met Tiffany back in pharmacy school, first week of orientation. We were in the same team, Team 14. And to kind of give you my initial first impressions, I thought Tiffany was this quiet little Asian girl who doesn't talk much, but I've never been so wrong about that after you get to meet her. Because when she opens up, she is this amazing, wonderful person. She is this person who has so much fire, so much passion, who, if she has her mind set on something, you can bet 100% she's gonna get it. She's gonna put the work to get where she wants to be. And the most amazing thing about that is like she's competitive, but she does not show it. She has this, I guess, humble nature of where like, hey, you know what? I know I'm smart, but I don't need to prove that to anyone. And I think that's what is such an amazing quality about Tiffany. She is this person who is like, you know what? I know I'm the shit. I'm gonna be honest. She's the shit, but she doesn't need to prove it, right? And going above that, she is this most caring person. She will go above and beyond for anyone. And that is so remarkable, you know, like the things she will do for her family, for her friends, because she knows at the end of the day, life is about friends and family. It's not about work. It's about enjoying the small moments in life and being able to share those moments of laughter and happiness. And I think that's something that is honestly crazy amazing. And I am glad to call her my best friend, you know? And kind of going to that other spectrum of the thing, Brandon Tran. I will tell you my first impressions of him. Does anyone want to guess what it is? You guys probably want to guess it's frat boy. That's what my first impression of Brandon was. He was this guy who probably only cared about sports, partying, drinking, girls. I literally remember thinking to myself when I first met him, I was like, yeah, we're not gonna have anything in common. I was actually pretty intimidated by him. I didn't know like, oh, what to say to him. I was like, dude, like we have nothing in common, you know. But then after kind of meeting Brandon, he is this person who's the total opposite too. Actually, he's this person who wears his heart on his sleeve, who genuinely cares about people too, and who will kind of, I guess, like Tiffany, will go above and beyond for the people who he cares about. And not even being said in terms of, I guess, life. He has this unique perspective of giving the best advice you could ever think of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's because uh it's like he kind of analyzes the situation really well, right? He will be quiet, right? And like kind of observe everything. And I think with the right time, kind of like gathering all that information he needs to collect, he says the most perfect things to make someone feel comfortable and to make them kind of open up and kind of be to, I guess, how do I say this? He's just so comfortable to talk around where you don't feel like you're judged. You feel like you can say the wrong thing because he is just that type of person where like he's not going to judge you and he's going to honestly just be there to listen. And I think that's what Brandon is. He's that type of person who will at the end of the day be your friend. And I'm glad to call him my best friend too, because though Brandon and Tiffany together, it's just like you can't get any better than that. Simple as that. With that being said, kind of looking back on it now, I did not see that they were meant to be together from the beginning. No idea. But they basically have personalities that mesh well together, right? They I guess in Tiffany's shoes, she's always, like I said, that type of person who takes care of other people. And Brandon's kind of the same way, right? He will take care of other people too. And then it kind of works out perfectly because now you have two people who can take care of each other and who will push each other to be the best version of themselves. And I think that's what Brandon and Tiffany have done. They have grown together individually, but as a couple because they know what each other's needs are. And that could be not only through obviously communication, but it's also through, I guess, body language and actions. Like, there's not, like, in Tiffany's situation, she can do things for Brandon, but she doesn't need to say things to Brandon, right? She can just do actions. And I think sometimes that's what Brandon needs, and vice versa. Brandon will show his love, his affection, his love language through actions of his own. Like, for instance, cooking, right? He shows how much I care about this person through my passion with cooking and what I bring to the table in that regard, right? But that being said, that's kind of how I see their relationship and how they have grown. But kind of seeing how, I guess, that friendship was and how it moved from friendship to something more, I could say it goes back to one night. I'm not sure if Tiffany actually remembers this night because she was, I'm gonna be honest, she was drunk. So I don't think she remembers it. But it kind of starts out with the Abbey. So that night we went after, I think, a test to celebrate, right? They were pretty much Brandon, Tiffany, and the whole pharmacy crew was, I would say, drinking, dancing, having a good time. And I don't know if it was the drinking, but there was definitely something in the air that night, right? There was a lot of, I would say, middle school gyrating, I guess, between Brandon and Tiffany, which was unexpected. Definitely drinking played a major factor, but at the end of the day, everyone's having a good time. But as probably Tiffany won't remember, she got a little bit drunk, I guess, and she was like not feeling well after a few drinks, right? And then it was like calling it a night because she was getting obviously very tired and she didn't know what she was doing pretty much. And I think that night it sparked it all because we kind of got to see the Brandon I was talking about, the one that will go above and beyond and take care of their friends. And that moment, that night, Tiffany was, yeah, but Brandon took care of her, you know what I mean? And I think that was the night that kind of showed like, hey, you know what, again, Tiffany is always taking care of other people, but now you have someone that's actually taking care of Tiffany. And I think that's the night that it started because Brandon really that took care of Tiffany that night. And I think that's what sparked that relationship to something more. And then for ever since that night happened, there was, I guess, this change in the air, right? There was the whole dating phase pretty much, right? This awkwardness in the beginning where like they didn't know what to say, and then eventually you get past that stage. And I remember Tiffany and Brandon telling me stories of how they would just sit in the car late at night and just talk about their lives, like their childhood, the different experiences they went through. And then I think that's where it kind of like, oh yeah, we really do have so much in common and we can really relate with each other, right? And I think that's how the relationship blossomed from that whole, oh, friendship to now, oh, there is something more. There is a mutual connection. There is a spark. Let's delve deeper into that. And that's how they got into a relationship. And that, from there on, it became history ever since, right? Um, they got, what is that? They got engaged, and this is where they are now. But that being said, if I kind of had to look back on it today, when did I know it was it? Like, this is, they're meant to be forever. I don't know if they actually remember this moment, but it goes back to when we celebrated Brandon and Citra's birthday party. I planned a birthday dinner at a Chinese restaurant, which, by the way, I still get shit about because they said the food wasn't good. But at the end of the day, I thought it was fine, and the atmosphere was really nice. But yeah, that night before the dinner, we actually stopped by a donut shop in the same plaza. And I remember we were getting like food, right? But there was something interesting about what Brandon and Tiffany were doing. So there was like music playing in the background, and we were the only ones in the donut shop, right? And they were straight up just like ballroom dancing, I guess, waltz dancing, I don't know, but they were straight up just dancing to the music without a care in the world around the whole entire donut shop. And how I knew it was that moment that they were in love and they were meant to be was because they didn't have a care in the world. Because I've always said this about a relationship, it's not about the big moments in life. It's about the small moments, the moments where you can go and just make the most mundane moments enjoyable. You can find happiness and passion. And in that moment, when I saw Brandon and Tiffany just dancing all over the donut shop out of the blue, they look like crazy people, to be honest. But to see how happy they were, to see Tiffany just smiling and Brandon smiling, and they didn't see anyone in that donut shop except for themselves. And I was like, damn, they are truly happy and they are meant to be. Because at the end of the day, they were living in the moment. And if you can find someone to live in the moment like Brandon and Tiffany has, you found your person for life. And that's the moment I knew they were meant to be. But that being said, I want to kind of wrap things up because it's been 15 minutes already, to give my piece of advice to them. I want to say that Brandon and Tiffany continually be there for each other. There might be times where it's a struggle, there might be times where it's hard, but those moments are what are gonna push you to be better. It's gonna push you guys to grow, and push you guys to grow not only as individuals but as a couple, because those moments will let you guys see different sides of yourselves that your partner might see or might not see, or you may not see. And those moments are what is going to make you realize you chose the right person. Because if you can, hold on. Sorry, technical difficulties there. But like what I was saying is, if you are able to experience the hardships of life with another person and still want to have them in your life, that means you guys are the end all to be all, you know? And that being said, I'm going to wrap this up and give it to Min with the special message.
Brandon and Tiffany's Wedding by Min Trin. Congratulations. You guys are officially Boba partners for life. Have an awesome day and honeymoon. Also, it was really cool that you guys invited me to that one day to go to the club, because I feel like that was the first time, not first time, but I think you guys sparked really well that day. And then so we came back, we were just studying, I was so oblivious. And then when I found out, I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. It's just, yeah, I don't know. You guys go well like peanut butter and jelly, because it's just like, you would like, it's just peanut butter and jelly, you know, it tastes so good. And I'm not saying that you guys taste good, because that'd be really weird. But yeah, congratulations. Also, here's all of us. Ah, okay. Bye bye.